Hello, YouTube. Own Soldier 86 right back here. And the last time we were taking a look at the Super Smash Brothers game and looking at it in the Goldeneye Setup Editor. Specifically, we're trying to find the section that we can edit music. And again, this user interface may change over time. They continually update this Goldeneye Setup Editor, so it may look different for you than it does for me here. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the tab that says Sound and Music, and we're also trying to find the section labeled Music. So if you can find that, we're going to find a section here where we see MIDI files, and it'll have a drop-down box here with a bunch of code, with a bunch of numbers and letters. Of course, the letters are organized by hexadecimal because video games use the hexadecimal system rather than what we're used to, which is just the simple decimal system, 1 through 10 kind of thing. This is going to go 7, 8, 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F. And what these are all the different songs that are used in Super Smash Brothers. So if you click on any random one here, let's just say 777, or sorry, 0007, and hit play. Okay, so that would be, that's the Saffron City music. So if if you go into Smash Brothers and play the Saffron City stage, that will be the music that plays for that stage. And obviously, if I were to write a new piece of music and overwrite that file, then it will play my version of that song for that stage. And if you're curious to know, instead of all this code here, you want to go through and maybe determine which are all these, which codes are all these songs. I've already done that for you in the document I shared with you guys in the description. You can go down to the bottom of this document here, and it will list out all the different codes and what their songs are. So, for instance, if I want to look up where the song is that plays whenever, let's take maybe Kirby's victory theme. So whenever Kirby wins a match, it will play this song right here, 0F. So if I go back to game config and I look at 000F, hit play. Sure enough, it's the Kirby victory theme. Hopefully these codes will not change. I mean, these are hard-coded into the game itself. So I think 000F will always be the Kirby theme. No matter how the editor changes, the coding should still be the same. So let's actually take that, for instance, that Kirby theme, and see if we want to download that into a MIDI format that we can access with our MIDI reading software. So I'm going to say export to MIDI. And I'm just going to save something on the desktop. It'll create a MIDI file. So I'll just label it Kirby and save. And then I'm going to go over to my notation software here. Again, I did Finale, Notepad. If you're doing Finale with me, you'll get a couple nag screens. This screen here is asking you to register the product with the serial number. You do not need to do that. This version is free, so if you just hit remind me later every time, that should just bypass that. You'll also get this document set up. We're not going to make a new file, so we're going to say cancel. And then also you might get a nag screen for MIDI setup. And if I were you, if you're using some sort of other device to do MIDI in, like a keyboard, you can set that up. MIDI out is how it will play. You can just default it to whatever you want. MIDI default is fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to open up that Kirby theme. So let's go back to desktop. It's not there because right now Finale is looking for its own file source. Finale notation files are labeled MUS. So we're going to actually try to find MIDI files, which are MID. There it is. Click open. And sure enough, there it is. There is the Kirby theme written out in notation format. So if I were to hit play, let's just for fun see what this sounds like. Okay, so not quite what we were expecting. It will sound very, very different from the Goldeneye Setup Editor version, and there's a lot of reasons why that is, and we'll dive into that as we go.